Imo state government has accused a former governor of the state, Rochas Okorocha, of being the mastermind of the recent attacks on some federal facilities in Owerri, the state capital. Armed men had in the early hours of Monday attacked a correctional facility in Owerri, the Imo state capital, freeing some inmates. They also proceeded to the state police headquarters, where they burnt the building and destroyed all vehicles within the vicinity. In a statement signed by Declan Emolumba, Commissioner for Information, the government claimed Okorocha engaged thugs whom he had granted amnesty to unleash violence on the state. Emelumba said the aim was to force the Nigeria government to declare a state of emergency in Imo. He said his government was also in possession of information of how a special advisor to the former governor procured the thugs that invaded Owerri that Monday morning. According to him, the fact that Okorocha sponsored some northern youth who called for declaration of a state of emergency in Imo State barely hours after the attacks made him a culprit. He alleged that the former governor wants to get back at Governor Hope Uzodinma for insisting on the implementation of the white paper that indicted him for looting the state and grabbing people's lands. Recall that the man had gone to court to stop the commission from sitting. When that failed, he approached Governor Uzodinma to disband the panels. When that failed, he resorted to violence to respond to repossess property government had sealed. That is the move for the attacks, the commissioner said. Displaying a purported copy of a press statement by the northern youth where they castigated Uzodinma but praised Okorocha, Emelumba said it was not rocket science for people to know the person behind the attacks. He added that it was not a coincidence that the former governor had not condemned the attacks. How come the former governor is not condemning the attacks, if not because it is his brains? Okay, wow. They are accusing Okorocha. Of course, a lot of people, some people are like insinuating, and that the governor told us on Monday that it was the IPOB and ESN that caused this whole problem, and on Wednesday he made a U-turn and said, oh, he knows those people who are behind this and that the people who do not even want him to succeed, who do not want the APC to succeed, they are the ones behind it. By the time he opens his mouth and tell Nigerians the people behind it, then Nigerians will be shocked. And some people are like, oh, the next thing might be Okorocha. And I think he has not disappointed some people. And now he said Okorocha are organized with some northern youth to do all of these things. He said it that these people that committed these atrocities, that they came from outside the state, that they are not from the state. And we're like, oh, how did you and the former IGP immediately within some seconds or some minutes or hours, he just told us that it was a IPOB, and IPOB or Nnamdi Kanu and these people they have come out to say we know nothing about this whole thing. We are not even interested in all this your government or whatever. What we are interested in is the Fulani Esme who have been disturbing our people, because you guys even failed to protect your people. And that is just it. And a lot of people have been talking and judging from the fact that a video was posted on the Twitter page of the police saying that they apprehended some guys and they confessed that they are ESN operate personnel and all of that. That is the reason why a lot of people started saying, yeah, they could be the people behind all of these things. And some worst things have been happening in the northern part of the country, and are you going to be accusing them of doing the same thing also? Of course, in those areas they pampered. If you're a criminal in the northern part of the country, you are being pampered. But that being said, this is just a fight between Okorocha and Uzodinma. That is their own cup of tea. But the innocent people that are involved, is the problem of the people. So he's accusing the government. I think it's not from the corner of the governor, but the government as a whole is accusing Okorocha of being behind these whole attacks. If actually there's anything I don't like most of our Nigerian politicians for, their stupid attitude of blaming others for failing to do the needful or not living up to expectations. It has happened now what is the way forward? I sincerely expect Mr. Uzodinma to come up with solutions by meeting with stakeholders, former state actors, anybody, just to make sure peace reigns in his states, and not to start the game of blame, as it leads nobody nowhere. Okorocha and Uzodinma are two of kind. Whosoever can outlie each other wins the contest. No be IPOB again. You mad people concluded hastily without investigation that it was IPOBs and ASN. And as expected, some idiotic fools, hook, line, and sinker, accepted it. The case of calling dog a bad name in order to hang him. Confused man as a governor of Imo State. Your former IGP said that it was IPOB, and now it's Rochas, and it talks soon it will be another group. You better organize yourself before it is too late. Where is your proof? If you cannot come up with concrete evidence, then just go and sleep. We don't have time for rumor mongering. Unanswered questions must be: how did Okorocha stop the security, especially the police and army, from intervening for 3 hours? Something is wrong with the whole story. For making such unguided comments, you will now be known as Hopeless Uzodinma. That explains why you came a distant 4th position, and the Supreme Court dashed you the governorship position in Imo State. So Okorocha is IPOB leader. APC is attacking APC in the name of unknown gunmen. At the end of the day, the same APC will deploy soldiers to kill innocent Nigerians. Well, I don't believe Uzodinma. However, it is good he didn't accuse PDP or other political party. Let APC sort themselves out. It is sad what is happening in Imo State. What happened in Imo State was sponsored by Kaba in the presidency with intentions to tarnish the image of ESN and IPOB. But when they realized that the people didn't buy that idea, that IPOB was involved in such heinous crime, they want to use it as political weapons to fight Rochas because of his presidential ambition. Uzodinma is doing the work of Kaba. He's doing the works of Kaba in the presidency appointed him to do. So unfortunate. So Okorocha gets power rich like that. Hopeless. Hope this is a hopeless hope. This is a slap on your face. This madness was carried out by Supreme Court Governor himself. The DSS said his security tips were given to him and he took no action. So why looking for a scapegoat? So guys, let's say your opinion on this.